You dare speak to me of struggle. You whisper to me of pain. I have worn agony like a second skin since before your ancestors first drew breath. I have carried the weight of generations in these scarred hands, hands that have snapped the necks of gods, that have strangled titans in their own entrails, that have torn open the very fabric of Olympus itself. There was a time when I believed in mercy, when I knelt before gods like a dog awaiting scraps from its master's table. They gave me chains instead. Chains of obedience, chains of servitude, chains that burned so deep into my flesh that when I finally tore them free, the scars remained etched into my soul. You think your suffering is unique, your pain special. I watched my family's blood pool at my feet, blood spilled by my own hands in a moment of divine deception. The gods laughed as I cradled their broken bodies. Their laughter still echoes in my dreams. 500 years later, that is the first truth you must learn. The universe is cruel by design. Weakness is a luxury the strong cannot afford. I learned this when I crawled from the river Styx for the first time. My skin flayed by the damned, my throat filled with the ashes of the dead. The fates themselves whispered I would die there. But the fates underestimated the rage of a Spartan who has nothing left to lose. They call it the blades of chaos. I call them justice. When I first felt their searing chains wrap around my arms, burning through flesh to fuse with bone, I did not scream. I smiled. For the first time, I understood my purpose: to become the fire that would cleanse Olympus of its corruption. You want motivation? Look to the mountain of corpses I've left in my wake, the broken bodies of heroes who thought their gods would protect them, the shattered remains of deities who believed their thrones unassailable. Every kill, every battle, every drop of blood spilled was another step in my ascension. They built temples to worship the gods. I built temples from their bones, the great Colossus of Rhodes, reduced to rubble beneath my feet, the mighty Poseidon, drowned in his own blood, the glorious Zeus, beaten to death with his own weapon. War is not an art. It is not a skill. It is the purest expression of existence. When you enter battle, you stand naked before the universe. No lies, no pretenses, just the unvarnished truth of who and what you are. I have seen kings weep when faced with this truth. I have watched mighty warriors soil themselves when death stared back at them from my eyes. You ask how I survived, how I conquered. I never stopped fighting, not when my bones were broken, not when my eyes were blinded with blood, not when the very earth itself tried to swallow me whole. While others prayed to their gods, I became something far more powerful. I became inevitable. The Athenians named me Ghost of Sparta. The Norse called me God of War. Both are wrong. I am something far more dangerous. I am a father who has lost everything. I am a warrior who has tasted defeat and spat it back into the face of fate. I am the living embodiment of a single, unbreakable truth. No chain lasts forever. When Odin himself tried to bind me with ancient magic, I shattered his spells with pure rage. When Thor's hammer came crashing down, I caught it mid-flight and used it to break his jaw. You think your obstacles are insurmountable, your enemies too powerful. You have not yet learned the most important lesson. Power is not given, it is taken, with teeth and claws and broken fingernails if necessary. Now I stand before you, centuries old, my beard white with the ashes of dead pantheons. I have killed more gods than most men have killed deer. I have walked through valleys of corpses so deep, the blood reached my waist. And yet, I still rise each morning and sharpen my blades, because the war never ends. There will always be another enemy, Another challenge, another god foolish enough to think themselves my better. This is not a curse, it is a blessing. For in war, we find our true selves. In battle, we discover what we're truly capable of. So take up your weapons, Spartan. The path ahead is drenched in blood. Some of it will be yours. The road is littered with the bones of the weak. Make sure yours aren't among them. The gods are watching. Give them a show worth remembering. I am Kratos, and my rage is eternal.